All right, in this video, we're gonna be going over the fun things to do in West Michigan, and it's coming up right now. For things to do and sights to see, you are now watching Live Great TV, and I'm your official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse.
And I'm Adam Berksma.
And hey, if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area, what it's like to live, work, and have fun in West Michigan, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and tap that notification bell. At least hit the like button so you don't miss out on all the videos that we put out each and every week, because we love making these videos for you. But even more than that, as a licensed real estate agent, as a licensed mortgage broker in the state of Michigan, we want to help you make that transition over to the West Michigan area nice and smooth. So that number, the email on the screen right now, that's our direct contact info. Yes, we're the one who answers those calls and messages. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Let's get into the video. All right, so we are going to be talking all about the fun things to do in West Michigan. There's a ton to do. We were going to try to remember all of them.
Usually we do it off the cuff.
Yeah, we do. We try, if you watch any other videos, we usually try to just
wing
spiel it out,
yeah.
like we'll stop and go, but we're like, you know what, we'll just get the list out, share it with you, and then kind of give you our ideas and our experiences behind some of the things that we've done, because
there's a lot of fun things to do.
A lot of fun things to do. You just got to know about them. So if you're from Michigan, you know what we're talking about. If you're not and you're interested, we're going to give you the skinny. We're going to shoot it to you straight. So,
right.
But before we get going, you said what was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing is to golf.
Golf. Okay.
I love golf.
We got a lot of golf courses.
Yeah, we have a ton of golf courses around here. I feel like, especially in the summertime, I mean, I was out like 2 weeks ago and we had like one warm day.
Yeah.
I got out there with some buddies. You gotta do it, right?
You gotta make the most of it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it too, like in West Michigan, the weather's so unpredictable sometimes. Yeah. It could be literally today it's like, I don't know if you can see outside.
It's gorgeous today.
It's gorgeous out today, but it's like 50.
And yesterday was like 70.
And yesterday was like 70, and it was a monsoon. Like it was
tornado
nothing but rain. Yeah, it was not. So you come to Michigan, they say don't make plans.
It's inconsistent.
Always have a backup plan because they're inconsistent.
Yeah, but we have a ton of awesome golf courses around.
Yeah.
So in the summertime, you get out as much as you can, every weekend. And in the wintertime and even in like the fall when it does start to get cold, we have simulators popping up everywhere.
Oh, really?
So
I did hear about a new one that popped up.
Yeah, on Plainfield. So there's at least 4 or 5 indoor golf simulators I could pop off the top of my head right now.
Yeah.
So, and they're just becoming more popular. So I think that we're gonna give you more.
Hey, if you golf, hit up Adam. He'll show you around.
We'll go together. It'll be fun.
I'm actually thinking about getting into it. So
you should.
I'm gonna get into it.
What's your favorite thing?
My favorite. I like being on the water. I was part of a boat membership, Freedom Boat Club. Shout out to all my Freedom Boat Clubbers out there. I got a chance to get on the boat because as a beginner boater, I didn't know much about it, and so it was a good opportunity for me to, get to know more about boating, how to control one, how to, drive it and stuff like that.
And not have to own it.
And not have to own it, clean it and stuff like that.
Store it in the winter.
Exactly. So it's cool, but the only difficult part was I didn't know what to do with the membership over the winter, other than like going on vacation, because you can do it in different countries and stuff like that.
Oh, sick.
So, once I figure it out, I'll tell you. But
that's good though. Being on the water is a huge thing to do around here. So
it's like the thing, and that's what I was trying to tell people is like when you come to West Michigan, it is a lifestyle in and of itself. Like golfing there's a lot of crazy good golfers out here. One of my buddies, Chase, owns Pigeon Creek, great golf course. So there's a lot of different avenues as far as things to do. So I wanted to make sure that at least, we told them what we like about West Michigan. But now let's get into
the list.
Now getting into the list, let me see. This list is from, let's see who wrote this. Because I got it was weird because I got an email because I have some home construction people, I have some home construction builders who will reach out, and different people will send me different advertisements.
Yeah.
And it helps me understand more about the area, so I like to relay that information to you all so you have firsthand knowledge of what to do, what we do out here. So the first thing on the list in bold is going to be
indoor water parks.
Indoor water parks.
Who would have thunk we had indoor water parks around here?
For those cold monsoony days.
But apparently they're everywhere.
Yeah. So Adam didn't know, God bless him. He didn't know about the indoor parks. We got.
I know, I've never been to one.
And so we have some. It looks like it says ready to swim but unsure about braving Lake Michigan's chilly spring temperatures. Head to Holland Aquatic Center and enjoy the open swim session in one of Michigan's multiple indoor pools. The Holland Aquatic Center is actually, they moved it, so it's pretty much right down near downtown Holland, right by the hospital. I grew up learning how to swim there. And that was actually the place I learned how to swim. But
so that's why you know about it.
That's why I know about it. So we used to go there. They have free swim lessons, and I think they still do free swim lessons for people who are thinking about Holland. And they recently bought a new facility, probably within the last 15 years, I think. So it's a newer facility, and they tore the old one down. So if you love to swim and it's a rainy day or it's cold outside, getting a membership at the Holland Aquatic Center. MVP in Holland has a swimming pool. The YMCA.
Oh yeah.
The few of the YMCAs in Grand Rapids and in Holland, although there's no YMCA in Holland, but the YMCAs in Grand Rapids, they actually have indoor swimming areas. So you can find a good place, good things to do even when it's cold outside.
Right.
All right,
what we got next?
Next on the list.
We got the Critter Barn and John Ball Zoo, which kind of go hand in hand. I think the Critter Barn is more, I think, for like little kids, toddlers.
Have you been to the Critter Barn?
I have not.
Okay, so another story.
Okay.
So this is the thing. I was homeschooled for the majority of like my school, right? All the way up into high school. Okay. And with that, you're at home a lot. Sure. So we had to do like field trips and do a lot of stuff, and that's why I know like half the stuff here.
Got it.
The Critter Barn was always a highlight of the year because when I was younger, especially because you could go see the bunnies, the chicks, the goats, the ducklings. You can go in there and pet the animals and whatnot. It's really cool, and they even had a peacock that like flares his, fans his thing, and it was really cool. So if you want to have a genuinely good time in, I believe it's in Zeeland. It's like in a weird part of Zeeland, but it's in Zeeland, the Critter Barn. Take your kids there. They'll absolutely have a blast. I think they have lunch there. They do hay rides, the whole entire thing. So Critter Barn is actually one of the places that you do want to check out for something fun to do during the summer. Now, the other place, John Ball Zoo.
You go there
I
a lot?
know you've been there before, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You go there?
I definitely go there.
Yeah.
And what do you like about John Ball Zoo as far as like when you went like?
So they have a lot of really cool, not attractions, but like their themes are really cool.
Yeah.
So like they'll do like a nightlife theme, or they'll do like a Halloween theme, where you can. So the John Ball Zoo is a pretty big zoo.
Yeah.
And it has a path that kind of goes up a little bit of a hill, and there's lions, monkeys, stuff all over the place, all in their own little habitats that you walk past. And they have themes, like at nighttime they did this nighttime thing where they have all these lights everywhere, like lasers.
Oh wow.
And they had this big bubble machine. There's bubbles all over, like you're walking through bubbles on the path for one section. And they had like a light show at one section, all while you're walking through the zoo looking at animals.
That is super
cool.
cool.
And then they had a Halloween one too, which is really cool. They like decorated everything.
That's super
cool.
Yeah, the Halloween event is always big because you could take the kids out in their costumes, and they have like a little competition and different. I think they even changed the food up, so like and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a sweet place. Definitely check out John Ball Zoo.
John Ball Zoo, and it's
just on the west side of the city.
On the weekends, it's definitely busy. So if you can go during the week, it's just a little insider tip. If you can go during the week, do it. But if you want to go on the weekend, you like having lots of people around and stuff, you get to kind of people watch and hang and do your thing. The weekend is also going to be a really good time to check out John Ball Zoo. Now, the thing I will say about John Ball Zoo is you could spend there a long time there, but it doesn't take that long to walk through. Yeah. I would say maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
You could get through the whole thing in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
You think?
If you,
Two or three?
If you just walk
if you're on a
consistently.
mission to do it.
Yeah.
But if you want to spend like half the day there, it's easy. They have picnics right out, picnic tables and everything outside. You probably see like field trip, school buses and stuff.
And
that
they
are
got
out
food
there.
stands throughout
Food
the
stand.
path. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite part is the reptile exhibit. I always love
Yeah.
reptiles.
Yeah, that part is
because they're
really
in the cage. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
I like the monkeys.
You would.
They're cool.
All right, now we're gonna get into the local events to do. You know, we told you some like family fun things. Here's some local events that we've been to and we want to tell you about next. So let's check out some local events. The first one up is coming up actually.
Yeah, the Tulip Time.
Tulip Time Festival, and it is Holland's hugest highlight.
Biggest attraction.
Biggest attraction for
every
sure.
year.
For sure.
For sure.
2 million.
Huge.
2 million tulip bulbs in one
place.
What is it, like 8 mile by 8 mile radius?
Just a million
Just
tulips.
Tulips everywhere. You can't.
Yeah.
You be sniffing tulips even when
It's
you
those
leave.
classic pictures of the kids standing in just a field of colorful flowers with the giant windmill
Right
behind
in the
them.
background.
Yeah,
Yes,
like that's
exactly.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
And they have a big parade too.
Yes, a huge parade. Tulip Time, okay, I grew up in Holland, so knowing Tulip Time, after high school, like I was like, I don't want to be here for that. So we used to try to ditch town, but growing up, it was a huge highlight because they have like a tradition. And what they do is they start with the street scrubbers and they do the street scrubbing. And then after that, they do these Dutch costumes and everybody gets in their wooden shoes.
Wooden shoes and they're clonking around.
They have their hats and
their skirts. Or their dresses or whatever.
and they're doing these little bowing down and stuff.
They're doing like the
doing
dance.
kick. It's almost like an Irish rig. Irish
Yeah, a little bit.
jig
They
or
got the
something.
hat thing on. Yeah.
So it's very traditional
Yeah.
and it's very planned. You can tell a lot of thought goes into it from just the exhibits, the people who know about the area and give you the history of Holland. You can actually go inside of the windmill.
There'll be like marching bands and stuff in
Yeah.
the parade. So like it's a full legit parade.
Yeah. What else do you like about Tulip Time?
I used to march in the parade.
No way.
Yeah, when I was in band.
Okay.
In high school, I was in a marching band.
Seriously?
And we used to march in the Tulip
What'd you
Time.
do? Like play flute?
I was the quads, the 4 drums.
Oh, that's right. You did
Yeah.
play drums.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet. No, but Tulip Time's a blast. I haven't gone a lot recently though, but I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, this year we're going. So there's other things there's a ton of food stands. So if you like to snack and pig out,
yeah.
I try to eat healthy, you know how it is. But Tulip Time is one of those times where I'm just like, screw it. I'm just gonna divulge.
Gorge.
I'm just going in. And so they have fat balls, they have those good hand cut fries.
Everything that's like super
bad for you.
Yeah, doughy and sugary and yeah.
Yeah, all the good stuff is there. So elephant ears, ice cream, snow cones, just anything you can think of. Then they have the little souvenirs you can buy, like little lights. And then at the end of Tulip Time, after the parade and everything, the parade is usually a big deal on the Saturday. It's usually that night or the day before they have the fireworks.
Oh, right,
And the
right.
fireworks are like a huge highlight for people going out there on I believe it's on Saturday night. We go to Collin Park, everybody's out there hanging out, listening to music. They usually have a radio station promote it. Everyone's hanging out, enjoying themselves, having a good time. People are grilling out, throwing frisbees, playing with their dogs and stuff. And then the fireworks will come on, they'll play music, and it's just a blast.
Yeah.
So if you ever go to Holland, look forward to it. Just make sure the parking situation is good because everybody's trying to get out at the same time in a small town. So yeah, that's the Tulip Time.
That's a main attraction though. Definitely don't miss Tulip Time.
Don't miss Tulip Time. All right, so music and concerts. As far as concerts go, in summertime, of course, there's the Van Andel Arena, which is one of the main places. It's the biggest place that we have in West Michigan for events and concerts. And that holds about 12,000 people. I've talked about it in other videos. The Intersection's another venue.
Yep.
They have the Gun Lake Casino Live. I think they changed the name of it. I thought it was 20 Monroe Live for a while. That's definitely one of the huge attractions to the area there. We also have a jazz festival. My mom loves going to the jazz festival. She makes a thing out of every year. She gets her chairs out and they go listen to jazz at Rosa Parks Circle, and it's a good time there. And then also they have Laugh Fest. You've been to it, right?
Yeah, Laugh Fest is cool. Laugh Fest really just goes to around, at least from what I've seen, is a bunch of different restaurants or breweries or small venues like Intersection or something like that. But they'll put on a comedy show, and it's all local comedians. It's like the best of our local
the best of our
comedians
local,
of
and they'll
West
bring
Michigan.
some headline
Yeah.
people, like they had Devo, and I think at one point before Joe Rogan was huge, he came.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, they'll have like one top headline guy.
top headline guy, and
But then all the other
they're
other
just as
comedians
funny.
are hilarious
They're
too.
just as funny.
And it's
so-
fun because like a lot of times when you're at a restaurant or a brewery and they have Laugh Fest come in, you're just eating or drinking,
Yeah.
or having a couple drinks with some friends, and listening to the show, you know, in the middle of a restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good and they're super inexpensive. I think they might charge an extra little bit just to be able to be
10,
there.
12, 15 bucks to get in. So
Yeah.
check out Laugh Fest if you want a good laugh. All right, Frederick Meyer Gardens.
That's a
Jeez.
big place, dude.
huge.
They're only growing too.
Yeah, it's
They
expanding
built
quite
out a
a
whole
bit.
nother wing of it.
Yeah, I just, because I tried to do a video in there with my Northeast video, and I was shocked. I'm
Yeah.
like, this place is massive.
So if you haven't heard of Frederick Meyer Gardens, it's on the Beltline. It's a really, really cool venue, I guess you would call it,
Yeah.
or event center. And they have like an outdoor sculpture path too, where you can walk the path and look at all these really cool pieces of art and sculptures all through this field and through the forest. And like they have these walkboards through like the swamp areas. It's really cool. But in the inside of it, they have all these plants,
Okay, yeah.
right? They have
Exotic stuff too.
yeah, like weird stuff that you wouldn't see normally in West Michigan, you know? And then their main attraction, I think, at least for most people, is the butterfly room.
Oh yeah, butterfly exhibit. I haven't been in it. Have you been in it?
Yeah.
You have? How do you like it?
It's awesome.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's basically like a rainforest. So it's all, you know, environmentally controlled
Yeah.
in that room because they have butterflies in the middle of winter
Okay.
in there. It's like 3-4 stories tall.
Wow.
And they have these, you know, exotic trees and plants and everything, and all these crazy butterflies just flying around you. And they have birds in there too. And you'll just walk through it and butterflies will come around
That's
and fly
sweet.
by you.
That is sweet. Because I've been in their exhibit where the plants and stuff are.
Yeah.
But I think I did it when they were like getting ready for the butterfly exhibit, so I didn't get to check it
Yeah,
out.
it's a cool area. It's fun. It's a really good family-friendly, you know, afternoon thing to do.
type of thing.
Yeah.
Or even like, like a lot of people, they'll have concerts and events there as well. So like,
Yeah.
I think they even had like Dave Matthews Band. They've had some big names go to Frederick Meyer Gardens and do concerts. So that's another highlight place to go.
People get married there too.
Yeah.
And they do wedding venue. It's a wedding
Event
venue.
space, yeah.
Yep.
So if you're interested, going to do something in the summertime, you can always catch a show there. Just to go hang out, it's something to do, and the locals really love it too. Right off the East Belt line.
Yeah, and you don't have to like make a reservation. You can just walk in.
Pop up.
Yeah.
So check out Frederick Meyer Gardens. All right, we're going to the last category, which is going to be outdoor activities. We
In
talked
West
a little
Michigan.
bit. We talked about our favorite.
Yeah.
We talked about golfing,
Golfing. Golfing and boating.
and goating. We talked about boating and golfing. We have biking, fishing, and exploring the dunes.
Exploring the dunes is probably my second favorite.
Talk to me about that.
My wife and I do that as much as we can, and there's like secret spots that you can go to that's kind of like off the beaten path.
Okay,
you know what I
okay.
mean? And they got these dunes that are, I don't even know how tall they are, but it's basically like a straight walk up.
No way.
So you have to hike up it, and it's insanely
Where
difficult.
at? Where at?
In Holland.
In Holland. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
And then like right on the water, and then you get to the top of the sand dune, and you're over the tree line.
Okay.
So you can see everything.
Wow.
Like towards the land, you can see everything over the tree line. It's super cool. And then you turn around, and it's just Lake Michigan.
Jeez.
It's the coolest thing. So we try to go there for sunset sometimes in the summertime.
That is like a thing to do out here. A lot of people enjoy doing is going to see the sunsets because we're set west.
Yep.
Going to Laketown Beach, which is like almost like a private beach, and then the Saugatuck Dunes, because Holland has dunes, Saugatuck has dunes, and there's this whole story behind where Michigan sits that the loggers used to send logs from Michigan over to Chicago for building properties back in the day, and it was a huge industry. And they're saying that there's a city, because I did the Saugatuck Dune tour and the buggies and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And they had, they said that there's like a city underneath Saugatuck. So like
No
back in the
way.
day, yeah, because all that sand over time just piles up. It's so
Oh,
close to
wow.
the water. So that's a cool thing that I heard about the Saugatuck Dunes, but the dunes are really cool. Fishing is another big thing. I'm
Yeah.
not a huge fisher, but Grand River has like a salmon run, and there are constantly people in the Grand River downtown Grand Rapids.
Yeah, so Grand Rapids is named Grand Rapids because we used to have Grand Rapids.
Right.
Like in our river, the Grand River, we used to have these big rapids, whitewater rapids. They took all the rapids out, a long time ago. I've actually heard rumors that they're thinking about putting
them back. Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Which would be really cool, but nevertheless, people fishing there like crazy all the time though.
Okay.
And you'll see them, walking out on their waders right into the middle of the river every day and just fly fishing.
There's people that go religiously, and some. Now that was the thing too, is the water in the Grand River is not that high. I think it's only like max 4 feet.
Yeah, it's pretty shallow.
And so some boats, like depending on the type of boat it is, will get through there, go through the Grand River, and a lot of people travel through there and fish on their boat from time to time. It's not common, but it does happen. And the fishing, from what I hear, is really great. So if you love to fish, you want to either stand on the edge of the river or stand on one of the bridges, you can fish all day there. They invite it, and it's a great experience.
For sure.
Especially even in the Rockford, like Rogue River.
Yeah, and the farther you go up the Grand River, the deeper it gets too.
Oh, okay.
Because over up by my office on the north side of GR, it's pretty deep. People are pontoon boating in it and, jet skiing and everything, which you couldn't do straight downtown.
No.
It's a little shallow down there. No. But that's the fun things to do.
Yeah.
Outdoor recreation.
Fun things to do outdoors. And biking, there's a ton of trails, but biking, if you're a biker or a hiker, the Kent Trail is like the trail to go. I'm not sure how long. I think it's like 20-something miles of just nature.
That's
hills,
the one that goes
turns,
from Rockford all the way down to here, right?
to Byron Center. So, and it might even go further than that, but it's like at least 20-something miles of straight of like different curves and turns, and a lot of people really enjoy it as far as like biking. They can literally do it uninterrupted, riding their bike, traveling. It's a huge highlight to people living out here. So different groups of biking. Now there's different marathon bikers. I always see them like multiple times a year, different from spring to fall, riding bikes. There's a huge community. So if you love to bike, that's definitely
and Grand Rapids has a ton of marathons.
We're
always doing marathons.
Marathons,
I feel like the streets are always shut off for marathons.
What else they have? The Gazelle, Gazelle Sports does one. Fifth Third River Bank Run.
Yep.
The Turkey Trot.
Yep.
They have a bunch of them.
My brother did another one too.
The Color Run.
Yep, that one.
Where you get paint all over you in your mouth and stuff. Yeah.
The Mud Run.
The Mud Run's another one. That's at Millennium Park. Millennium Park is actually, if you don't want to go to the lake in Grand Rapids, go to Millennium Park, because it's like Grand Rapids' own beach, and it has a splash pad. It has a concession stand, volleyball courts, tennis courts. People do they had a wakeboarding. Yeah, it was a wakeboarding competition. Yeah, so people do skimboarding and stuff in there. So summertime is a lot of fun in Michigan, and it's like one of the highlights, one things that makes me really light up about talking about Michigan. So if you're looking for fun things to do, that's pretty much it. That's what we got for you.
We got a lot.
You got a lot out of this video. Thank you for sticking with this video.
If you want something else fun to do, then give us a call.
Right.
We'll try to think of something else.
So there's other websites you can check out, meetup.com, eventbrite.com, all these different Facebook Marketplace. You can find different events to do throughout the year round. In the wintertime, just think about it, we have World of Winter in Grand Haven where they're playing ice volleyball. So we do stuff a lot. We make the most of it out here.
For sure.
And it's really a good time. So thanks for sticking with us through this long video. We appreciate it. It's longer than normal, but had to get it out to you appropriately. Again, for things to do and sights to see, this is Live Great TV. I'm your official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse.
And I'm Adam Bergsma.
Hey, if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area, what it's like to live, work, and have fun in West Michigan, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, hit the like button, show us some love so you don't miss out on all the brand new videos that we put out each and every week, because we love doing these videos for you. But even more than that, as a licensed real estate agent, as a licensed mortgage broker, we want to help you make that transition smooth. So that number, email coming on your screen right now, that's our direct contact info. With that being said, we will see you on the next video.